I mean, how's it going?
Oh, I didn't mean to alarm you, stumbling out of the bushes like that. It's just that there was a couple of the infected individuals up there, and I kind of wanted to make sure that they didn't smell me. You know, their sense of smell is quite extraordinary.
Is it? I didn't notice. There's some up that way too, but yeah, they didn't notice me. A little bit further that way.
I see. Well, I do find it best to stay relatively low to the ground. Their vision is often at around head level, and they tend not to notice things that move low and slow most of the time. So that's a good way to avoid them. At least it's worked out for me fairly well so far, as long as a unfortunate gust of wind doesn't come by and help them to pick up my scent.
Well, I actually happen to do that too, and that's why people think that I'm a little weird when I, crawling around on the ground. But I'd rather be alive than dead, so,
Yes, precisely. I'm glad I've met someone else who agrees. It is quite prudent to take certain precautions to preserve one's well-being at the risk of looking foolish.
Yeah, I'd rather look foolish than dead, so what are you doing in this lovely place?
Oh, well, there's a clinic on the south side of town over there, and I often head through this way and check in, pilfer through some of the cabinets and filing cabinets and see if there's any medical files, information, or supplies that I could possibly gather.
What do you need those for?
Well, I'm a doctor. My name is Dr. West. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss...
My name's Harper. It's nice to meet you.
Harper. It's a beautiful name. And what brings you to town today? Is there some sort of business you're conducting?
Oh, not really. I am looking for, things to survive, like food and maybe some help, but I haven't really found any people willing to help me, so...
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, you see, I'm in a sort of a situation, but hopefully it'll pass, and I should be fine. Hopefully.
What sort of situation?
Well, I that island that has the prison on it, right?
Yes, I believe I've heard of it down south. Typically, only undesirables and types like that tend to spend much of any time down there.
Oh. Well, I used to be there, and I was in jail.
Watch out a moment. Ooh. One seems to have caught his eye. He looked at you while you were talking, and I noticed over your shoulder he just started from a dead sprint. Remarkable. Well, his condition is fairly typical. The beginning of the decay of the flesh has already been well pronounced.
Maybe you should chop off its head or something. You never know; it could still be alive. Just saying.
A prudent decision, but often I find a simple strike to the brainstem is often enough to sever the connection between the SR1 virus and the the rest of the body. There we are. That should about sever it. There we go. I'm sorry, I must have, when I heard the infected individual howling behind you and started to sprint, I must have become confused. I might have misheard you. Did you say that you spent time on the island? Were you an employee there, perhaps a clerk or a cook?
Not really. I was in the prison recently in the mental ward. Yeah.
Is that so? I see. And you've, managed to, escape. Is that it?
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I'm on parole for good behavior.
Ah, of course, parole. I do apologize. How silly of me to have jumped to such a wild conclusion. Well, I do trust.
Yeah, I mean,
the release of your,
I'm silly of
parole
you.
has gone well.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I was hoping for some help because, you know, the warden isn't a very kind person. I'm very lucky to be on parole, and I have a feeling when I some kind of like parole hearing on coming up, and so I don't know if I can pass his little test, whatever he's gonna have me do. And I really don't want to go back to jail. I mean, I've been really a really good person. I don't hurt people. I don't even know how to shoot a gun. So
Well, I'm afraid I can't give you much advice there. I've carry one of them, but
yeah, so you know you understand my little predicament. I mean, I'm a nice person, and I was only in there for you know, my well-being, so to say.
yes, quite a common misconception about such mental health institutions is that the people there are simply locked away in the loony bin and not there for rehabilitation. But in many cases, it's very non-violent types. I'm sure whatever was wrong with you is well in the way of road to recovery, as it were. I only wish I could assist you with some of the things you mentioned. When it comes to firearms, I carry around this war machine here, but I don't know the first thing about which way to. I try to just keep it on my back. I'd probably do more harm to myself than anyone else with the darn thing. It's heavy and uncomfortable, but many passers-by who I work with insist that I carry it. So, well, I try to carry it when I can. It does strain the back, though. It's so heavy.
So, who do you work with? I mean, maybe they can help me or something, you know? So I could really use some help. I mean, I don't mind them teaching me how to, like, be normal or something, but rather not go back to jail. It was not fun. I mean, they're not real police, I don't think. They treat me like I'm a prisoner when I just need help. I understand I need help. I just, you know.
What do you mean they're not real police? Are these not the proper authorities? This warden you mentioned, is he not the proper authority there?
Well, he, at an extent he is. I mean, he does a good job with the actual prisoners, but like when it comes to people who need help, you know, like me, he just treats them like a normal prisoner, so he, like, you know, roughs them up and, you know, not roughs them up, but you know what I mean. Like, sometimes he roughs me up. I mean, it was really not very enjoyable, and I really don't think it helps me, you know.
Yes, such violent methods for mental conditions is often counterproductive, very unlikely to rehabilitate the patient. I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm a pathologist, but nevertheless, those methods are fairly controversial. I should like to have a conversation with this warden. Is he around, perhaps? Maybe I could speak with him on your behalf. Is he in town here with you, maybe?
Well, thing is, he gets angry easily, so maybe even talking about this would upset him. I'm not sure, but I'd rather, you know, get some help with being normal, and or maybe like a safe way, like a safe place to like just relax a little bit before my parole, if I even decide to go to my parole, you know, hearing.
Well, I would strongly urge you to go to the parole hearing. It's never a bad thing to simply plead your case. If perhaps there's something we could do for each other, Miss Harper. Perhaps if this warden would like to see that you've been able to reintegrate yourself into a productive member of society, then perhaps you could be on some kind of work release program. Perhaps maybe you could do a bit of work for me, and I could vouch for you that you are a upstanding citizen, and perhaps this would be enough to please this warden.
And that might work. I mean, you are a doctor after all, right? So I mean, having a doctor vouch for me might be a thing. I mean, what do I have to do to for you to vouch for me, though?
Well, you see, Miss Harper, my research is fairly extensive, and I've been researching various topics regarding the virus and the spread of the disease. I'm a pathologist, so my speciality is the way this virus, the SR1 virus, spreads from host to host, the behavior of the virus once it's in the human system, and the behavioral tendencies of the infected individuals, the stages of infection, and so on and so on. My research has been quite fruitful so far, but there are quite a few fields that I need to examine a bit more closely, Miss Harper. Things were going very smoothly up until, our UN security detachment abandoned me and my researchers, and many of my research staff and interns were overrun and devoured by the infected horde in Severograd, unfortunately. So, with my supplies nearly run out, my research has been at quite a standstill. Perhaps if you could help me with some of my experimentation, my research, if things go forward, well, not only would that be extremely helpful, but any scientific breakthroughs I make would, of course, be partially attributed to your assistance and would bear your name.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound like a bad deal at all. I mean, depending on what you need me to do with this research, or what you need, what were you asking of me, you know?
Well, I'll have to consult my notes. There's a large variety of fields of study in which I was very close to scientific breakthroughs, but due to the nature of them, they're simply not a one-man effort. They largely require observation of various behaviors and activities, questionnaires posed to various survivors, various data sets that are difficult for one man such as myself to gather. Perhaps if we work together, spread our legs, around the land. I could go east, you go west. I go north, you go south. We canvass the area. Maybe we get more data set, more samples, more results.
So kind of do what you said you were gonna do. Find files and all that nonsense.
Yes, I did find one set of files in a cabinet in Zelenogorsk Hospital yesterday. That was quite promising. From my early studies, it seemed that the initial outbreak in this country, some of the first cases were brought to Zelenogorsk Hospital, and the Center for Disease Control and the World Health Organization worked closely to coordinate meetings with the hospital staff, but much of the results and findings were lost in the initial confusion and chaos following the outbreak. Some of these results are some of the notes and observations of the medical staff, the doctors, the nurses. Perhaps they could be useful.
Oh, I thought I heard something over there.
I believe there's someone over by that church. Someone's... it looks like they're running from an infected individual.
Uh-oh.
Peculiar.
Well, that's not yeah. Anyways, I guess, I think they'll be fine. So, gathering... no, I keep hearing something over that way. Or maybe it is that way. I'm not sure. I keep hearing something.
Yes, it is a rather strange sound. I almost believe that's a firearm of some kind, but it seems so quiet. I'm not sure.
So I'm not just hearing it, right? You hear it too, right? It's not me.
Yeah, maybe it's firecrackers or fireworks, you think? Maybe they're celebrating something?
Fireworks. If anything, I think it'd be like a firearm. Yeah, something quiet, like...
Well, I don't know. When I first arrived in this country, there were a lot of youths running around in the roads while I was trying to converse with the other medical staff or read my notes. And
now
that was definitely not fireworks.
That's not a... No, that's not fireworks. I don't... It does make me nervous when that happens.
Yes, I'd rather not go to investigate what that is, just in case whoever is firing off those
can
shots
we
might
go that way?
us for,
I'd rather not go that way. Can we walk that way instead? I mean,
certainly. We'd probably be best off skirting around that old man in the road there. I found time and time again that
the old man chased me earlier. Kind of scared me out.
Oh, did he?
So, yeah.
Remarkable. It's interesting to me how in life we can have certain disadvantages. Our eyesight could be failing, or we might be out of physical shape, or old like that man and unable to run for long distances. And yet, once the SR1 virus spreads throughout the system, it's remarkable to me how once suboptimal body systems become almost superhuman, supercharged, if you will, able to sprint faster than ever when they were healthy, see longer distances.
Yeah, that is quite interesting, actually.
Yes, a large portion
I only
of my...
understood like a good portion of what you said, but it sounds interesting nonetheless.
Well, yes, there's that shot again. I could swear it sounds like it's getting closer.
Yeah, I mean, makes me nervous.
Here, let's go low around this woman here. Just in case she looks over to her left. You said you were in need of some food. I could have sworn I saw some food up in the car park up ahead. Maybe if we're lucky, there might still be some there. Of course, there's another infected individual there.
I don't need a lot of food. I like to stock up on it.
It's never a bad idea to be prepared. You never know when you're going to get chased into a house and have to lock yourself in for a few days if there's a few rabid wolves or an infected or two chasing you. Sometimes they lose interest and wander off in a matter of minutes. Other times they track around for hours or even days. Several reported cases of survivors have been under siege in a home for up to a week in some cases. Without proper food or planning or supplies, one could perish.
So, do you have any friends that are helping you? I mean, keeping you safe, or is it just you? Oh my goodness. That is closer, isn't it?
Yes, it does seem like it. Here's the food I was mentioning, yes. Well, to answer your question as simply as I can, I can't really give you a list of individuals. It's more of a per group proposal that I tend to make. You see, there's not a lot of medical professionals, Miss Harper, that are alive. Many groups tend to go to war with one another with sticks and knives and firearms and explosives. It's inevitable that some of their membership is lost to attrition or gunfire, sometimes infection or disease, and very few of these organizations have any medical professionals. I offer my services to them in exchange for various tasks and considerations when the time comes.
Oh, okay. So you do have a few friends that you just gonna call if you need them, kind of thing?
Yes, you could say that, depending on whereabouts in the country I am. I can usually call up my radio and communicate with the group that's closest to that area. There's also a small group of, you could call them security staff that I maintain that have no affiliation with any group, but tend to wander around with me and do their best to keep me safe. It's a dangerous line of work, you see. It's rather difficult to operate alone.
Well, yeah, I guess I can understand that. Can we continue on down the road? I still don't feel quite safe in this place. I mean, and there's gunshots and
Certainly, yes. I think the infected should be well behind us. I shouldn't have any issue continuing to the next town. Leave these gunshots to the individuals who are shooting them off. They can deal with the infected that they're drawing with their loud noises.
Yeah, that's what I prefer, anyways. You know.
Yes, but back to your point, good help is hard to come by, Miss Harper. You see, there was a group that I was affiliated with a few months ago. Perhaps you've heard them on the radio, a medical group called Life, led by a Dr. Hope Pisces.
So I heard on the radio a little bit. I never met her. The only I've been to the. You know, I don't talk to many people because of my condition. They seem to be not wanting to talk to me usually when I tell them that I was in the mental ward in the prison. So they usually just avoid me. So.
Quite unfortunate. There are all sorts of uses for all sorts of individuals. It's foolish to cast one away simply because of a perceived defect before you even get to know the person. They can be quite useful.
Well, yeah, I'm very useful in many ways, but I think I am anyways. I mean, anyways, I haven't really met her. I only met some people on the island that came and visited the warden. One of them was named Tex or something, and Cash. Really weird names like that.
Ah, Cash and Tex. Yes, I ran into them several weeks ago. We spoke briefly, I believe, in the town we're going to right now. Novi Sabor, I believe I ran into them. Interesting fellows. I believe they had thick accents, as if they were from Massachusetts.
Yeah, I guess one of them kept coming to the island to get to talk to me, but the warden really never let him talk to me. So.
Is that so? Is this warden denying visitation rights? I can't see what benefit that could possibly have to your condition. It seems counterproductive.
See, that's what I thought. I mean, he's not very nice as a warden, honestly. As I said, he treats me more like one of the prisoners who, like, murder and kill and things like that,
I have no idea why he would assume such a thing. Did you have some sort of history of violent crime, Miss Harper? Anything that might lead him to believe that that's a behavior you would be prone to?
No, not at all. I mean, he kept saying that I'm only there for my well-being, for my safety, and whatnot.
I see. Well, I suppose, in a manner of speaking, he was correct. It is much safer on that island than it is out here. I come across death on a daily basis, not always individuals that I can do anything for.
He always thought I was safer there too, but I kind of enjoyed the freedom. I'm like closed and tight in close spaces with no one to talk to. It kind of gets to me, and I start losing it.
I see. Well, such reactions to such unique quarters can be rather predictable. I suppose you must feel quite more comfortable out here in the open air, huh?
Yeah, I do actually. It's much better. I still get a little, nervous from now and then, and well, but it's nothing as bad as what was going on in the prison. It was very bad in prison.
Tell me, Miss Harper, were there any other prisoners that you were aware of from the prison island? Anyone that perhaps is also off the island at this point, or anyone I should be aware of, or careful to meet?
Yes. Well, she was nice to me, and she actually kind of wanted to talk to her. Her name's Lika.
Ah, yes, Lika. I've met Miss Lika before. She is a rather interesting.
Oh,
individual.
now there's gunshots over there. Now, I guess you just can't get right away from them,
Yes. I've learned not to fret such things. Oftentimes, it's just an individual trying to defend themselves against an infected, or perhaps a wolf. You never know.
You say that until we run into a group of people who are really not nice to us, You never know. I mean, you have to be, cautious of everything nowadays.
Yes, that is quite true. I spent the past year and a half quite afraid to ever leave my laboratory, Miss Harper, terrified of what every passerby might do or what their intentions might be, and I'll be quite honest with you, I've been shot in the leg, I've been held at gunpoint more times than I care to remember, but if there's one thing I've learned recently, it's not to fear such things. When the end is going to come for you, it's going to come. Whether you're careful or afraid, or whether you're ready and prepared, it doesn't quite matter. So I tend to live my life, go about my business, carry on my research, and I'll allow nothing to get in the way of me and my goals.
Well, that's kind of reassuring a little bit, but it doesn't help me that much. I mean, part of my my so-called mental disorder. I get nervous and yeah. I don't like to go into much detail because then people will just
Yes.
look at me like I'm crazy, you know?
Well, I find that there's no reason to be nervous. In the vast majority of cases, if you simply treat people with a modicum of respect and afford them with their due, whatever respect they believe is afforded to them, whether it be some title such as king or whether it be whatever it is, oftentimes they're quite reasonable. Sometimes not, but. Hello?
Hello.
Is everything alright, sir?
Do you happen to have some medical supplies, maybe?
Medical supplies? Well, yes, I'm a doctor. Are you in need of medical assistance, or is everything alright? Oh my.
Oh, my.
Sir, is this recent? You seem to be, badly injured.
It just happened like an hour ago. I'm still not feeling too good.
Oh dear, that will need to be cared for. You seem to be going into shock. Have you had this looked at by a medical professional, or was this done by someone with medical expertise, perhaps?
Does it look like it? I'm sorry. No, it were a couple of cannibals.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry.
Oh dear. Perhaps we should get you inside somewhere where we can take care of this. Miss Harper, would you mind assisting me?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I can do that, yeah, sure.
Very good. Please follow me right this way. We'll get you sorted out. What's your name?
Ludwig. Sorry. I know it's a retarded name, but it was given to me by my parents, and
Well, our names are not something we have control over. Is that the name you prefer to be called, or do you have a nickname or something you would rather?
People back there call me German, even though I'm not German, but whatever works for you.
So, how did you run into these cannibals? I mean, are they still in the area or something?
I walked into Capitanino just that way.
Yes, come on, right in this way.
Then I wouldn't be able to hold my weapon. And they walked up to me and started chatting with me. All of a sudden, they told me to drop my weapon, and I only had a pistol that was unloaded. It had nothing in it, and they took me out south, pretty much on the hill there to our left.
So they very well could be in the area still. Is that what you're saying? Because, I mean, that would be a bad idea to stay here then, right? Right? It's just me.
I find oftentimes that when such individuals perform such activities, they often flee the area for fear of reprisal of the victim or the victim's allies.
I don't know. Just after it happened, they knocked me out, and I don't know how long I was out for. I don't know how much blood I lost.
Please, have a seat here. I'll be right with you. Miss Harper, would you mind asking any information that the victim might be able to provide about how long ago this occurred, any hint of infection, past medical conditions, anything that might be relevant? I'll just be back. I just need to change into my work clothes.
Oh, okay. So, how? Said like an hour, right?
I'm not sure. I was knocked out for a while. I think it was about an hour. It didn't got,
Okay.
the light didn't change much or anything.
What else did he? Oh, gunshots, great. And then, yeah, past medical. Have you ever had anything like this happen before, or like been to a doctor before? Like, what do they say? Are you allergic to anything? Yeah, that's a good one, right?
Have I had surgery before all this went down, but it wasn't, I tore my cross ligaments. Other than that, nothing. I think I'm not allergic to any.
What's a cross ligament?
I think it's in your knee, ACL.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, the doctor is stressed now. Not sure what else to ask you. I'm not a nurse or anything. I'm just helping, kind of, sorta.
I see.
More curious about what these people look like. You know what I mean?
There was a girl with them. I don't recall any names. Only one of them mentioned his name, but a girl in red jacket, a guy in a blue jacket. No, sorry, yellow. I think there were about 5, but these were the most iconic, I want to say.
Quite disconcerting. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that caused them to amputate the hand? Did they seek vengeance for some prior wrong or perceived slight, perhaps? Or was this some sort of vendetta against you?
I used to be a cop before all this went down. I was wearing my old stab vest that I had and some clothing, and they took notice to that and took me out because of it. Then you might not know right now because I'm kind of feeling terrible, but I talk shit usually. And I think I pissed them off, and then this happened.
I see. So perhaps they were simply trying to exert their I don't know, their authority over you, or display their displeasure with your verbiage, perhaps. I see. Quite unfortunate. Well, as long as this was only, would you say, an hour ago, we should be able to clean the wound of infection and ensure a relatively healthy recovery.
He said he had some kind of, like, knee problem beforehand, you know, like, that was a while ago, apparently. He said some kind of ligaments. I'm not sure. I'm more nervous about the, you know, people who might be around.
And I don't want to get you guys in trouble or anything. I'm feeling kind of lightheaded.
Oh, great.
Trouble? No, don't need to worry about that.
That would be bad, you know.
Yes, we'll get this sorted out, and then I'll have a few questions for you, and we'll get you back on your feet and ready to go about your day. Let me just sterilize my hands here for a second.
Yeah. I mean, we don't want you to, like, pass out and then bleed all over the ground and just, you know, bleed out completely. That would be really bad. and you die.
I'd prefer than not.
Yeah, well, I would rather you not too. I mean, that would be really bad. And then,
Alright, let's, first thing we'll need to do is remove this shirt.
then what if you become an infected or something? That would be really bad too. You could just like turn on us.
Yes, I'll explore the wound for any sign of infection, but I appreciate
Well, that would be
your
a good
concern,
idea.
Miss Harper.
Maybe that should be your first. Yeah, I'm very concerned.
Oh, there is no need to worry, Miss Harper. I'm sure we'll be no problem here. Could you extend the affected arm out like so I can just get a good look at it?
Yes, it's my right.
All right. Okay. Well, we're going to need to sterilize this. We're also going to need to close the wound. It's still quite bloody. It's going to get infected if we don't sterilize it and close it up properly.
Well, do you mean like infected like he's gonna turn infected, or do you mean like infected like he's, you know?
No, Miss Harper, I don't mean with the SR1 virus. The symptoms of the SR1 virus are quite telltale, and, well, Ludwig here seems to be presenting none of them, so, I'll keep a close eye on the situation, but I don't expect that to be the situation.
You don't know, I mean...
Yes, well, we've got antibiotics here. First thing we'll do is, have you take, one of these, Ludwig. Make sure you provide those back to me as soon as you take one. This will help with infection after this is over. There we go.
Alright.
So are we sure that these cannibals aren't in any area anymore? I mean, should I go around and check? I mean...
Thank you.
I would rather not be caught, you know, with you guys right now, because you never know.
Certainly, if you'd prefer to stand guard outside or monitor the perimeter, that would certainly be beneficial. Thank you, Miss Harper. All right, Ludwig, I'm going to. Well, it's going to get infected if we don't sterilize it. I have a sterilizing agent here. It's a bottle of alcohol, but it's going to be quite painful when the wound is still slightly open, and I have no way of dulling the pain. So I would recommend if you have a rag or a leather strip to perhaps bite down on it as I do this, because it's going to sting quite immensely, I'm afraid.
I've got this rag here.
Alright, I'll try and make this as quick as I can, Ludwig. Just want to make sure that the wound is completely sterile. Here I go. Alright, this should sterilize it. Just a little more. Alright. Okay, there we go. All set. Alright, I'll just dab that dry with my,
What's going on? I mean, is he okay? He's screaming now, so I was just wondering if he was okay, you know, and,
yes, Miss Harper, I appreciate your concern. He's just, well, we're just sterilizing the wound. We'll just close this up now. Okay.
Okay, just making sure. I didn't want that moaning to turn into growling, and, you know, he could turn it into a zombie or whatever they are.
Oh, I don't think that's an issue. Well, still, Ludwig, I'm going to inject about 5 milligrams of morphine to the site just to help you with the pain here. Should be about half an injection.
Alright, hurry up with that.
Alright. That should help with pain. Alright. Now, I need to Well, I need to sew the wound closed. If it's open at all, anything could get in there and cause infection, so I'll try to make this as quick as I can. It shouldn't have hurt too much because of the morphine, but it will feel a bit uncomfortable with skin tugging the way it is. It'll be a rather unsettling feeling, so I'll try not to make it last longer than it needs to.
My arm's already tingly, I want to say.
Yes, you're going to be feeling something called phantom limb syndrome or phantom pain. A few times you're going to feel as if the hand is still there, you see, but you just need to do your best to keep reminding yourself that it's gone. If you fail to make the mental connection, it may cause unnecessary pain.
With the right hand, that won't be hard to do.
Alright, just a couple more stitches here and we should have that wound closed. Here we are. Alright, I just need to cut the end here and knot it off properly.
Doc, give it to me straight. Like, what are the chances of survival with just one hand nowadays?
Well, in ideal conditions, if you are able to get regular rest and keep yourself well hydrated and well fed, you should have a nearly 100% chance of survival. The wound is now clean. I predict less than 5% chance of infection, and you should be well on your way to the road to recovery, but you will need to make sure that you get plenty of rest and food and hydration. If you fail to hydrate properly, the healing process could be hindered, and you could collapse, and your heart might not be able to take the strain.
Die.
So, yes, Miss Harper, we often try to lay out the symptoms more subjectively than that, but yes, it could possibly result in death.
You
but,
could. Oh, okay. Sorry.
This isn't really helping my... God, what's happening?
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, I know a girl who runs around without an arm. I mean, she's still alive, and she's, fine. She's fine.
Thanks, I guess.
Yes, there are also prosthesis. I'm not a expert in prosthesis, but there are prosthetic limbs, hands, legs. I believe there's a hospital in Severograd. If I recall, the second floor had a specialist in prosthetics. I never actually went into the office. I walked by it about a half dozen times a day, but perhaps if you ever make your way that direction, they might have some prosthetic limbs, something that might suit you.
Have you been there lately? There's not a lot of people still working there.
Well, I mean, you can always find like a
you'd,
spare one or something. You never know. I mean, right?
Yes, I don't believe you'd have anyone there to help you, but...
Something.
Exactly, as Miss Harper indicated, you could probably find one and secure it to the limb right about here, and if you could fasten it with perhaps a piece of rope or a piece of duct tape around the elbow like so, it could be quite secure. It might be able to even have some mobility and some use from it, more so than nothing, of course. I'm not saying it would be like your hand was still there, but it would certainly be better than nothing.
I don't know, Doc. This all came quite sudden.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to talk to this girl, her name's Lika. I mean, she goes around with a prosthetic too. I mean, if you were really that curious.
I'm still getting used to the idea. I don't know. Where would I be able to find her?
That's a good question. I actually have been looking for her too, but her name's Lika, and oh, okay.
Interesting.
Well, that was a little weird.
Well,
Did you see that too, or was that just me? I swear I saw that.
Was that a man? Was he running from something, or?
No, he's not. And
Or other
he's
picture?
standing here. Hello. Nope. Well, I think she's running her way. I'm not sure what she is doing.
I'm not sure about this. That voice sounds familiar.
Are you saying that's one of the cannibals?
Oh, well.
If so, I'm running away, because I would rather not be part of this. You know, it would be really not a good idea. And I don't do good with under pressure things, and I would rather not, you know. And it is, you know.
I'm not sure anymore about anything really. I'm sorry, Doc. I really want to thank you for what you did for me. Oh, hopefully this improves, or at least gives me a chance.
Yes, well, back before the outbreak, 2 years ago or so, you would have had a nearly 100% success rate. There would really be nothing to worry about, but I'll be honest with you, Ludwig, ever since, well, in the world we live in now, infection is a very real possibility. You do need to do your best to clean out the wound, change the bandages every a few days or so, do your best not to make, allow any dirt or anything to get into the wound. If you do, you'll need to sterilize it with alcohol, which is extremely painful. Well, I'm sure you'll do your best.
Certainly, I'll try to survive. I'll try to get out of it. You
I'm
did all
sure
you
you'll
could.
be fine. I mean, as long as you don't, get infected by this, then you should be fine, right? You should be fine. Yep. I hope you'll be fine.
So do I. Thanks.
Here you are, Ludwig. This is my radio frequency. It's 91.1, just like the old American emergency phone number, 911. If you find yourself in pain, or the wound becomes red or swollen or infected, painful, please contact me on that radio frequency. My name is Dr. West. Let me know where you are and what symptoms you're experiencing, and I'll do my best to either talk you through what to do or perhaps try to meet you if at all possible.
That's, I'm gonna have to look for another radio because they took that too, but I'll find one. I'll make sure to keep
Oh, hi.
this note
Hi,
on me.
person. That was running around all crazily. Hello.
Hello, lovely.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi. Well,
Hi.
welcome to my town. I'm very glad that you've made yourself at home. What's your name, Levy?
None of your business? That's what it is.
Yeah, no, I asked you a fucking question. So why don't you come right back here before my man's little hole through your ear hole? Lovey. You wanna play that game?
What?
Alright then. Well, in that case...
Oh, look, I'm right here. What is wrong with you? You look,
So, listen, Serial Man, I think that you're pretty much good to... Alright, what's your name, by the way?
It's Ludwig.
Say it again.
Ludwig. It's of German
Ludwig?
descent. Yes.
That is the most complicated name I've ever heard in my life. Alright, Ludwig.
I didn't think of it. Sorry.
Alright, so what I want you to do is... Alright, do you see that, the both of you need to stand exactly as you are. And, by the way, put your hands
right,
on
I'm
your
leaving.
head so
This girl's a
put
little
your
weird,
hands on
so...
your fucking head so that nobody calls, or you're gonna die. Alright? And
Miss Harper?
4, 3,
Right.
2...
I've been through enough today.
Hold on. I'm not cruel. Don't worry. Nobody understands. Don't worry.
You seem awful familiar to me. Do you remember me, ma'am? My name is Dr. West. You tried to wrangle me into a little something I wasn't comfortable with a few months ago. Yes, well, I suppose that's all right.
Whoa.
I need to get out of here. That lady is not sane. She tried to enslave me once. It was terrifying.
Enslave you?
Yes, she tried to have me on some kind of dating situation. I need to get out of here. Good luck, Ludwig. You know how to contact me.
I do. Take care, Doc. Be safe.
You too.
Okay, bye.
Well, Miss Harper, that was quite a bit of excitement. I don't know where that woman went to, but I managed to run out of there.
Who was she? I mean, she made me nervous, and
Her name is
thinking about,
Elena, I believe. I'm trying to... she sounded like a woman that once held me at gunpoint. She tried to sell me into some kind of dating service she was starting, and I almost died. In fact, that's when I first met your friend Lika. She tried to sell me and Lika into some kind of dating service and held me at gunpoint. It was demeaning and humiliating, and I swore that if I ever saw her again, I'd make her pay.
Well, I mean, you kind of lost her. Did you want to, make her pay, or, I mean...
I would quite like to make her pay. I didn't see which direction she ran, though.
Oh. Well, that was, exciting. Does that happen a lot with you? Or, I mean, that's, something I would rather not, happen again.
Well, I'm afraid that it's quite common when you're hanging around with me. That sort of thing is a daily occurrence. People with debilitating injuries or savage wounds that have been applied to them by some foe, sometimes an animal or an infected individual, and plenty of psychopaths who try to take advantage of a medical professional. It's par for the course, I suppose, but I'm still alive.
I mean, you said you had a security detail. I mean, are they in the area? I'm sure that they'd help you find her. I mean, she seemed way,
Yeah, well, about that, well, I believe I can be honest with you, Miss Harper. My security detail that I once had with me when I was a member of the Life Organization. Quite, beholden to this Dr. Hope Pisces, and everything was going well. But Dr. Pisces is a bit of a anomaly. She's a pathological liar, you see. Whatever you think you know about Dr. Hope Pisces is unfortunately a lie that you've been manipulated into believing. Half this goddamn country believes her to be some kind of saint, some sort of healer, a person who's here to do good, and a symbol of purity and hope. But she's nothing but a liar, a manipulator, and, well, she twisted our organization from a organization which was destined to do good things and heal people who were in dire need of medical assistance. And she changed us into her own personal war band, who were to go around the countryside doing her bidding, shooting whoever she didn't like, sometimes even robbing people. It was a disgrace, I'll tell you. It was an absolute embarrassment. And yet they went along with it because they looked at her as some sort of goddess and never questioned what she did. When I raised arguments against her and said that we should be medical professionals, we should remain impartial and not use our weapons to do any harm to anybody, she cast me out. Worse, she held me at gunpoint. She pointed her gun at my head and made me get on my knees, and she told me she was going to blow my brains out. That's when I knew that everything I thought I knew about her was an absolute lie. Alright, there we are. So yes, it was quite a unfortunate period of my past. My brief time with life was quite fruitful.
So,
Alright.
where are we, going now?
Well, I was going to try and see if we could track down that woman. I believe her name was Miss Vale, Elena Vale, if I recall. I'd very much like to meet her again and, well, get an answer from her. But,
Well,
I have a feeling she's already slipped through
I don't
our
have any
grasp.
bullets in this so gun, you know, just,
Well, perhaps this one would be better for you then. I don't have one of the things the bullets go in, but I'll certainly
well,
take it.
I don't have, either way, I mean, we don't have bullets for that gun either, right?
Oh, well, I've got about 40 of them.
Oh, well, we just don't have that thing that goes inside of it, right?
True, but it can be quite useful nonetheless. I was able to take down quite a few infected with it, and Miss Vale would have had me at her whim if I hadn't pulled it out and pointed it at her.
I mean, you should keep that. I mean, it's yours. I have one. Not much in it. I guess I could just pretend.
Yes, well, who's that over there?
I'm not sure.
I can't say that I'm sure either. Hello there.
How's it going, my friend?
Everything all right?
Hello.
Yes, I'm just coming from Star. There's some bad shit going down in cab. I would be careful.
So don't go that way.
Quite a few gunshots.
No,
You didn't see a woman by any chance, did you, running that direction? She would have had a purple backpack and short hair. She just held me and my colleague here at gunpoint and said some rather crude things.
Was she wearing all red?
Red? I don't think,
She was wearing green.
Oh, no,
Yes.
I haven't seen her. There is a girl there, but she's not wearing all red. Or all green. She's wearing red.
I wonder if this is one of those, that gentleman said that there was a woman that cut his arm off. I wonder if that's one of them. Could be dangerous. Perhaps we should steer clear of that area.
How does she talk?
Well, which one? I mean, the one with the red or the one with green?
The one with the green.
She is kind of southernish, I think. Yeah.
No,
Yeah, sounded like a southern accent, Southern American, that is. High-pitched voice, rather sure of herself, but, she told us to put our hands up, but she didn't have a gun in her hands. We just ran for our lives. Perhaps we should run the other direction.
Fucking... Are these your friends up here?
No, I see those people running on the road.
Oh, no.
They seem to be running towards, a lot of people, yes. Perhaps there's something we should be avoiding then, if there's this many people.
So we probably shouldn't go to that place over there. Oh, no, they're coming this way.
What's your name?
Uh-oh. Me? Oh, hi. I'm Harper. It's nice to meet you, person. Hi. What's your name?
Okay. My name is DayZRP.
Oh.
And the funny thing is, I'm actually really fucking pissed off right now because my brother just got hurt. So I feel like taking out on somebody. So how about both of you put your fucking hands up and we finish what she didn't leave up? How about that? Don't do anything smart, but see, you with the Winchester, we're definitely gonna have a conversation with you. Hey, where you guys want to take these two people? Matter of fact,
you want me to
both of you
tie
guys,
them up?
frisk them up, bro. No, frisk them for radios and all that. Is it just you two? Or am I gonna have to worry about
Of
getting
course.
shot at?
No, it's only me and my colleague Harper here. I don't think we've done anything to you. If there's someone you were talking to, perhaps you got us confused with someone. I'd be happy to hand you my radio, sir, if that's all you need. I don't need to... Would you like me to slide this rifle on the ground? I mean, I certainly don't, not gonna cause any trouble. Hello?
No.
Yes,
No.
Do you want me to give you my radio too? I mean, I'm a little confused here.
Yeah, do you have a radio?
I do. It's off though. I mean,
Where is it? Can you tell me?
it's in my pocket. I can't really take my hands down. He told me to keep my hands up. So,
Does anyone have rope? I like rope.
Yes,
I have
dear.
some rope. It's in my bag if you want it. You know, you can take it.
Rope.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you want
Yeah, I
some?
know.
I
Well,
have
nobody
some.
warned me we're going to be taking 2 people. It was a little too late.
Yes, I won't do it too tightly.
Oh, okay. I don't
Are
like
you,
being tied, though.
are you pointing to me, sir? What?
He's with me. I think you should let him go.
Is he with you? What about
Yeah,
the
he's
other?
with me.
What about the nurse behind you?
I don't know who she is, but he's with me.
Well, I mean,
Well,
yeah, that's fine, whatever. I mean,
what's his name?
okay.
Just to
I don't
clarify.
know why I'm tied. I don't have much on me.
Yeah, he's a doctor. That's what I'm being told.
Boys, what should we do?
Need to move. Let's move them at least.
Should I,
Well, you can, if you can come with us.
Nah, he's
If
gonna
he's
come
with
with me.
Okay.
No, you're
Fair
gonna
enough.
untie him, and he's gonna come with
Oh,
I was gonna
Oh,
just give you...
who are we untying?
Alright.
me. That one right there, you're gonna untie him.
Why?
And actually, you're gonna
Alright.
untie her, because she's with me now as well, so...
Oh,
So she's
okay.
not with you. That,
Yeah, she's...
just
Hey,
a second
buddy,
ago, you didn't know her.
I don't think we're gonna fucking do that.
Hey, listen.
Oh.
You understand that? You tell your boys to back the
Fuck
fuck
off.
off, or they're gonna... Or these
Oh my
two are
goodness.
gone. You understand that?
Oh, well, I don't mean to cause any ruckus or anything. Certainly, if it's going to be an issue for you, I
I mean-
that's fine.
You hear me? Yeah, I'm backing off like you said, but... Matter of fact, how about you
Calm
fucking
down.
hands up?
This
Go
will be
ahead.
fine.
Oh dear. Oh my.
One of them take the shot.
Oh my. Okay.
Your friend?
Let's get them on the ground.
I don't have any friends.
Well, you do now, apparently.
I think that man over there has friends. So.
Get down.
Oh my.
They don't shoot
Let's
you.
stay low. Oh dear. Oh, that man's bleeding. He's bleeding. Sir, I'm
Oh,
a doctor.
my.
I can help.
Just
Oh,
stay
my.
down. If they
Yeah,
shoot
yeah,
you,
Oh my. Everywhere.
Okay, so these people are... What is this, an army? Oh dear lord.
Oh
I
my.
think that man had some
Really
rather
bad.
powerful
This is
friends.
why I don't...
rescue attempt.
It's probably a very bad idea to hang out with you, right? I mean, this is two things you got me into. I mean, this is really bad, right?
You're lucky you're not the ones shooting back.
I detest guns, sir. I would never...
So you have no friends and yet they're trying to save you. How nice. It must be
That's very nice
well,
of them.
I-
I honestly don't know them.
If I could point out, I believe they're trying to save that man with the orange armband, not myself. It's just that when your colleague there decided to tell
They're
him to put his
shooting at
hands up,
anything
well,
that moves. So stay
yes, it would
still.
appear that way.
Yeah, we're
Yes, we need to...
still-
Yes. This is no longer
uh,
about a hostage
A
situation.
beautiful day out here.
And this
It was a
is
beautiful
about
scenario.
survival now.
Yes, about survival, correct. And I intend to make it out of this alive.
Indeed.
Everything's gone
Now.
quiet. Yeah.
Remember, the only reason you were tied up is for suspicious activity. But now it looks like you were not the ones we were looking for.
Suspicious
Oh.
activity. Oh. I mean, suspicious how? How are we suspicious?
There was a shooting earlier. You seem to have come from the general direction. We just were looking for suspects of interest.
We did hear a lot of gunshots coming from that direction.
There's a man coming over the ridge.
I have no idea who...
What ridge? I'm confused.
there's somebody running over there on the field. I don't know who,
I see him,
but...
I see him. I see.
Indeed.
Goodness.
This is it. This is the moment.
perhaps it's not too late to end this without violence. Perhaps we could still be reasonable here. And,
Well, I mean, we're kind of a little late for
stay
violence.
alive.
I mean, everyone just got shot. I mean, sorry.
It's a simple matter of a big misunderstanding. People are prone to violence over negotiations.
Of course, yeah. A little nervous. I don't do good tied up, and can we get up anytime soon? And like,
it's
I
all right,
don't
Harper.
know.
It'll be fine.
The situation is quite chaotic. If you stand up, you'll most likely be shot from afar. I would suggest staying still for now.
For how long is for now? I see a person back over that way, and there's the one there too. I mean, how long is long? I mean, I see someone coming up now, or one of you people, or who are you anyway?
Listen. Do you have your radio still on you?
No.
My radio was taken from me. I don't have mine.
Hi.
That ran over
And
there.
there's this man.
Hey, can you wiggle free? Wait, who's this guy with the pistol?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Honestly.
Is he one of the
I'm just
captains?
here, trying not to get shot at.
Well,
Sounds like a lot of bullshit.
Can we,
yeah, well, it's not okay. It's not too late to simply, it's just, I mean, it's all a misunderstanding, right? We could simply let them know that no harm was meant and that there's no reason for any more bloodshed. I mean,
who are you
I'm certain that we
anyways?
can
Are you, I'm confused. Are you a good guy or a bad guy? Are you, what are you doing, like, laying next to us?
There is no such thing as good guys and bad guys. There's only those who live, and those who stupidly stand up and get shot, which I will not be
Well, I'm not
today.
standing up and getting shot. Of course I'm not going to
Yo,
fucking do
pistol
that.
guy,
Yes.
put your gun away. I'm gonna blast you. I don't trust you.
Okay.
Very well.
Put your hands up. You two wiggle free.
Very well.
Okay, are you... You insist.
They fucked up, man. They lose their control after that.
So, what do we do now?
You're doing nothing. You're gonna stay here because personally I think you're probably involved, but I'm not gonna blast you.
Okay.
Very well.
Yo, Doc, is this guy with them or what?
Well, this gentleman here
No,
is the one
I'm
who
not
tied
with
me
these
up.
two people.
He hasn't hurt
Hey,
me, but
I'm asking
he
the guy.
was...
Wait, was he with them?
Yes,
Is what I'm
yes.
asking.
Yes, to answer your
Okay.
question, yes, he
Bye-bye,
was with
Maman.
them.
Anything you want to say?
He wasn't
I do not
particularly
wish to
violent.
die
Perhaps,
today.
perhaps there is
Well,
not too
here's
late
some
in
advice if you
to
don't
come
want
with a
to die.
non-violent solution.
Don't hang around people taking other people hostage.
Yeah, this was quite
Good idea.
confusing, the whole thing.
Yeah. Hey, do me a favor. Take your sneakers off.
Very well.
Oh my.
All right, you can go.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate letting me go.
I was going to say, I kind of remember you, you know. You
I
sound
do
familiar.
apologize.
Yeah. That was a shit show and a half. Who's that?
Oh my, are these like your...
Come with me. Now, or you die. Come with me now. Get on your fucking feet, let's go. Alright, lady. Alright. Alright, we're gonna go north up here. To this barn over here, lady. You're coming with me. Put that gun on the ground, lady. Put the gun on the ground right now. Alright, now give me your radio. Hand me your radio. I don't care. Reach in your bag, give me your radio. Hand it to me. Put it in my hand. Okay, thank you. Alright, let's go. What's your name? Amber. Amber, why did you try to kill me? I've never met you before in my life, and you.
I was laying there in the grass. I heard gunshots.
What in the world? I can't imagine. What would cause you and your thugs to open fire on a medical professional and my assistant? Do you think I'm some kind of soldier? I can't imagine what you would think that I had to do with any of your business.
Can I put my coloring book when I get there? I like to color them.
Can you put?
Here. A nice clean box with coloring book earlier.
I mean, I guess. I just want to get away from here, alright? There's people dying back there. It took me minutes of negotiation to get those men not to simply blow your head off. I had to be... It was extremely difficult.
Did they see me when I was behind the wall watching them?
Those men, they're on their way here, and they want to kill you. You're gonna need to think of some reason why they should let you live.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
Alright, come sit here. Come sit here. Just sit. Put that backpack on the ground. Amber, put the backpack on the ground, please, so that I don't have to do anything I don't want to have to do.
Okay. Can I sell my teddy bears? Can I take my teddy bears? I want my teddy bear.
No, you may not take the teddy bear. Put the teddy bear on the ground, so I don't have to shoot you. Good. Now, my colleague, Miss Harper, back there, she was injured quite badly, and it was on your orders. I'd like to know why. Why should I spare your life?
I didn't do anything. I don't know why they did stuff. That's why I ran away. You shouldn't notice that. You ran away.
What, that's why you ran away, is it? It seemed to me like you were going to try and get a gun off one of those corpses back there so you could shoot me or kill somebody. That's what it looked like to me, Miss Amber, if I'm being perfectly honest. Miss Amber, tell me, are you hungry at all? You're a little hungry?
He doesn't like sitting
no.
on the ground.
No, you can leave Benjamin where he is. Thank you. When was the last time you ate, Miss Amber? How long ago was your last meal?
A little while ago.
A little while ago. Okay, and what was it exactly that you ate, if I may ask?
A can of peaches.
A can of peaches. Are you sure you didn't eat maybe an hour or two ago? Maybe a man south of Novi Sabor was probably held at gunpoint by you and described you to a T, Miss Amber, and described to me how you consumed his flesh, Miss Amber. Is that a coincidence?
Don't eat that stuff. It's yucky. They do, the guys that were shooting at you, but not me. Lucy likes it, but not me. I don't like it.
It's funny because, Amber, enough of the lies, listen to me. The man described you. He didn't describe the men you were with, he described you. He described the colors you were wearing, he described the color of your hair, he described the sound of your voice, Amber.
Lucy. Lucy doesn't like people. She likes to sing creepy songs and stuff. But I tried to keep Lucy deep down inside, but that guy hits me in the gut and Lucy comes out. But I don't like when Lucy comes out.
Lucy comes out? What do you mean by that? Where is Lucy? Can I speak with Lucy?
Oh, she's like inside my head. She likes that mask in my bag, and she doesn't like Benjamin or my other teddy bears.
Inside your head? Dear, not... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. And this mask in your bag, this is grotesque. What is the meaning of this? You carry a teddy bear stuffed with ammunition? I can't fathom. What is going on here? What am I to make of this?
I don't know. My head hurts.
Yes,
Lucy
I'll
likes you.
Yes, well, I don't think that I'm very fond of Lucy either, to be perfectly honest. I'm wondering if I'd be better off just simply being rid of Lucy. I could probably help you be done with Lucy if you'd like, Amber. I've got a certain procedure I can perform right now.
Oh. It hurts.
Well, only for a second. And I don't think you'd like it very much. But it would certainly rid this world of Lucy and rid me of you as well. Perhaps not.
Don't hurt me.
Tell me, Amber, you're in a situation right now where I have every intention and every right by my understanding to simply be rid of you. I could simply put a bullet in your brain and never have to worry about you again. On the other hand, perhaps you could be useful. Do you have some reason that you'd like to perhaps convince me of right now as to why I should spare your life?
I was never good at begging, but a lot of people trust me. A lot of people don't think of me as much. It's easy to get close to people when you're little and have lots of teddy bears. Do you want to meet all my teddy bears?
No, I'm quite... No, please, I'm quite thoroughly done with your teddy bears, Amber, if I'm being honest. Perhaps another day. It's just, don't think of it as begging, alright? I'm sure you can see reason. Think of it as negotiation. I'd like you to negotiate with me as to why I should value your life more than your dead body.
No, my dead body can't color pictures for you.
You'll have to do better than this, Miss Amber. Your colored pictures mean less than nothing to me. Why should I let you live after the stunt that you just pulled?
I didn't do it. Promise you. What do you want from me?
What do I want from you? A rather simple question with rather interesting implications. What do I want from you? Well, it depends on what you can provide me with, Amber. You mentioned people seem to trust you, is that correct?
But sometimes people hurt me. Like, Jelly tells me the story of this mean man named Mr. Cash. They cut off her ear, which is my ear.
I'm sorry, you kind of trailed off there. What did Cash do?
He made my friend Jam, well, Jelly's friend Jam, cut off his ear. Jelly tells me it hurt. I imagine it would.
Interesting. How long ago did this happen? This ear was removed by these individuals. Why did they take it? Did you do something to them? Did you lie to them?
No, they said Jelly did something to a miss named... They said Jelly did something to a miss named Hope. But they said they didn't do it, and the mean men didn't believe them. And they did mean stuff anyway.
I see.
Even though
All
they
right.
didn't do it. But there was also a man named Tex there.
Tex. I've met him before.
And a girl named Dara. She called her mama Dara. That's what Jelly thinks of her. She's like her mother. Which I guess makes her my mother, too. But I don't like it. Jelly wants to come back and she's hurting me. She's making my head hurt.
I see. That must be awful for you. Yes. Anyway, so tell me, these individuals, is there any information that you know about? You mentioned that they cut your ear off or something like this. These individuals are peculiar to me, this Cash and his group, Tex and all of them. What on earth would they, what business would they have with you?
I don't know. Afterwards, they made me work in the bar. It used to be by where, like, old Camp Hope was. Do you know where Camp Hope was?
Do I know where Camp? Yeah, yes, I'm aware of where my old medical facility was. Thank you for reminding me.
It used to be there. And then there's also... And then afterwards, I woke up the next day and there was a note there and they said they moved somewhere. And then they were down in another place for a little bit. But I haven't found them since. I don't like to hurt them. Jelly wants to hurt them though. And so does Lucy. But I'm not like Jelly and Lucy. I don't like hurting people. It's wrong.
Yes, I hope that if there's one lesson you would have taken out of today, it's that there's no benefit in hurting innocent people like myself or Miss Harper. There was no reason to accost us or tell us to put our hands up or rob us or shoot at us. The whole thing was senseless and violent and there was no purpose to it at all. It was an utter waste.
So Jelly would not be happy if I lost it. She'd probably hurt me.
And listen to me, Amber. That's completely dependent upon you, all right? This meeting that you and I are currently having can end one of two ways. I can simply be walking away from a barn with a corpse in it, and be done with this, or perhaps if things go well, perhaps you can be walking away from here with your dollies and your mask and go speak with Jelly or whoever, and be none the worse for wear, and perhaps we'll have a profitable arrangement between the two of us. Now, what would you think of that?
I like the second one better, but there's no body in here. 'Cause I think that body would be my body, and I don't like that.
Yes, exactly. There's no reason why this can't be a fruitful encounter. I see no reason why we can't have some good come out of this. We certainly both know that enough bloodshed and death has already come from this past 15-20 minutes, more than enough to satisfy whatever bloodthirsty gods have been watching over this. But perhaps we can come to some agreement. What do you think?
I thought other scary men coming here. I don't like them. They scare
The scary men are already here, but they're simply waiting on my word as to what should be done with you, Amber.
I don't like that. They have big guns.
Well, these men have enough guns for an army, believe me. I detest guns and I detest violence, but if I don't tell them that we've come to some agreement, then they're going to come in here and fill you with so many bullets that I won't even be able to recognize you.
Just say it. Whatever you want. I don't want to die.
Look, Amber, there are going to be times when someone like myself, someone who detests violence, is going to occasionally need individuals that I wouldn't ordinarily associate myself with, but we may be able to do some good if we work together. And now, would you be willing, if in my hour of need, if I were to call upon you, perhaps you would answer that call?
I would.
Very good. See, that wasn't so hard. Now, here's a piece of paper. Just go ahead and scribble down your whatever personal radio frequency you tend to listen to onto that piece of paper. I'm going to take it, and I want you to monitor that frequency every day until you hear it. Now, typically, if I need you, I'll contact you around sundown. So make sure your radio is tuned in when the sun sets, and if I need you, if there's some experimentation that I need done, or data that I need gathered, or perhaps a bit of security for a meeting, well then, that's where I'll contact you at.
There you go. Hey, take my teddy bear. Benjamin's booty is cold from the floor.
Not so fast. You're about to be released, but before I do, I want you to let me know who those men were that you were with. Did this gang have some kind of a gang name or something that I should be aware of in the future?
I don't know. The only one I know is there's a guy named Crow, and there's another one that calls himself Pope sometimes. I forget what his other name is. But there's
Interesting.
Crow. Like the bird.
Yes, I believe I witnessed Pope being, released. I believe he's healthy. He should be, hopefully fine. He didn't hurt me, and I didn't hurt him, so I have a healthy respect for Mr. Pope. Yes, I believe one of the rescuers. No, you didn't, correct, and that's why I'm not going to hurt you, you see. I do apologize for...
It would have been fully loaded. A single bullet shot. They're too loud for me.
Yes, I detest guns as well, personally. I never did quite get the hang of these clumsy things, but anyway, from time to time, we need to rely on them, so... Anyway, I do pass my regards along to Mr. Pope. He was fair with me, so I hope he's well.
What's your name? I never got it. I need to know who's contacting me if you contact me, right? Do I need your name? I mean,
Yes.
it's like a code name, like you could be Mr. Fluffy Bottom, or Sergeant Fluffy Bottom. You have like a little captain hat on.
No, I'll not be Sergeant Fluffy Bottom, I thank you, but, yes, I suppose you have a bit of a point. If we are going to be working together, Amber, then we'll have to learn each other's names. My name is Dr. West. You can call me, well, Dr. West.
all the doctors I hear about are mean. Are you a mean doctor?
Well, I suppose mean is a subjective term, Amber. I'll leave you to decide if I'm a mean doctor or not. But for now, you can gather your belongings and go. I suppose we're done with this meeting. We've come to an agreement. I trust you on your word, and I'll be heading for whatever the opposite direction of those gunshots back there is going to be. I don't want to be involved in that.
Could you help me get rid of Lucy and Jelly one day? Could you help me get rid of them?
Why don't we focus on my research, Amber, and if you pull your weight and impress me, then yes, we'll investigate the possibility of...
What's your research?
My research is a bit varied and complicated to get into right now, but perhaps if we meet again under friendlier terms, I can discuss that with you.
Doctor that someone was telling me about that makes people eat human and those little dead things meat?
My word, goodness, no, no, any doctor who claims to call himself a doctor and does those things is no doctor, so I don't know who that is you're referring to, but I assure you it's certainly not me.
Your work help me get home.
Miss Amber, I'm sure you'll find your own way home if you don't mind. I need to get back to my laboratory and continue my research. I've already been away far too long.
Where's your laboratory? I want to come visit you.
Well, my laboratory is at a secure location. Perhaps if you pull your weight and work together, then you can visit sometime. How about that? But it will take some earning of trust before you can get to that point.
This is Mickey. He wants to be a doctor too. Look, he doesn't even need a lab coat. He's already white. Can Mickey help you?
Perhaps Mickey can, actually. I'm devising a few experiments where perhaps Mickey could be quite useful. I'll keep you posted. You've got my frequency,
Okay.
So... Very good, Miss Amber. Well...
Those experiments, I can help you. I owe you. You didn't hurt.
Yes, well, I suppose we can work together. There's enough bloodshed in this world, isn't there, Miss Amber? Well, keep an ear on your radio, and I'll let you know when I need your assistance. In the meantime, do try to pick your colleagues a little more carefully. Those people back there are a bit too violent for my taste.
They're not my colleagues. They're more just people who keep me safe when people shoot guns.
Yes, well, I know the type. I've got a few of them myself. I suppose sometimes we can't be held responsible for the decisions of those around us. I'm not going to be holding you responsible, and I've been held to those same standards before, and it wasn't fair to me, so I won't be passing that same unfairness along to you.
Okay. I might just sit here for a minute.
Yes, fair enough. Regather your composure and head out whenever you wish. Stay safe, Miss Amber. I'll be calling on you in the future.